North Korean President Kim Jong Un prefers to travel in his secret train whenever he has to go anywhere. This train is not an ordinary one, but rather a moving fortress. Or it can even be called a moving five-star hotel. Usually, he doesn't travel much, but when he does, he leaves no stone unturned in maintaining his grandeur. Officially, the train's name is Taeyong, but the world knows it as the moving fortress. In fact, many compare its facilities and security systems to Air Force One, the plane in which the US president travels. So what exactly is so special about Kim Jong-un's train? Let's take a closer look at its features. Welcome back to Discover TV's videos, viewers. Since Kim Jong-un became the president of North Korea, he has only visited a few countries, mostly just China and Russia. In the past 13 years, Kim Jong-un has undertaken only 10 international tours, and most of them were carried out using this moving fortress. This train is escorted by the separate trains, one ahead of it, to face any potential threats on the tracks, such as explosive bombs or unusual activity nearby. Generally, when President Kim Jong-un is set to travel, no one is allowed near the tracks. Yet the commandos in the front train closely monitor even the smallest things. The second train travels behind and is fully loaded with ammunition and army commandos whose job is to protect their supreme leader in case of any mishap. Additionally, aircraft fly alongside the convoy as long as the train remains within North Korean territory. If, for any reason, these forces fall short, nearby airports have cargo planes ready to take off with ammunition and commandos. The mission is always the same, to protect the supreme leader at all costs. Talking about the train itself, all its windows are made of bulletproof glass. Its roof and lower body are reinforced with steel to protect the train's bogies in case of an explosion. Different compartments in the train are equipped with various types of weapons, including an anti-aircraft missile system to safeguard against aerial threats. Both sides of the train are armed with anti-tank missiles and machine guns so that any attack from either side can be countered strongly. Even if the entire system fails, it doesn't mean Kim Jong-un will die, because one of the train's bogies also carries a small helicopter. In such a situation, Kim Jong-un can be evacuated by air. Due to these advanced security systems, the train is very safe but also very heavy. That's why it can only run at a maximum speed of 60 kilometers per hour, and often much slower, because North Korea's railway tracks are in poor condition. Whenever the president's train passes any station, the entire station's lights are turned off in advance, and the electricity to the adjacent track is also cut to prevent other trains from passing. So far, 20 such railway stations have been built across North Korea where only Kim Jong-un's train is allowed. Due to its slow speed, it takes the North Korean president's train several days to reach its destination. In September 2023, when he met the Russian President Vladimir Putin, it took him 10 days to reach the destination. On the North Korea-Russia border, the train's wheels were first changed, as Russian railway tracks are much wider than those of North Korea. Inside the train, all the facilities one would expect in a president's home and office are available. Kim has his own personal office equipped with a fax machine and satellite phone. There's a reception room, meeting room, and luxury suite, with wooden flooring throughout the train. But the most special part of the train is the restaurant. Yes, any kind of food is prepared here at Kim Jong-un's command. Mostly French, Korean, Chinese, and Japanese dishes are served. During his journey, Kim Jong-un has no chance of getting bored, as the private train includes not only female conductors but also singers and dancers who personally entertain their supreme leader. If the train reaches its destination or Kim Jong-un wants to exit mid-route, his personal vehicles travel with him. These vehicles are unloaded and used to securely transport the president wherever he needs to go. After seeing all this, you might wonder, why does Kim Jong-un prefer to travel by train? The truth is, the Kim family has a long tradition of traveling by train. Kim's father and grandfather also used to make official trips by train. The Kumsusan Palace in Pyongyang is where the preserved bodies of Kim Jong-il and Kim Il-sung are kept. These were Kim Jong-un's father and grandfather. Next to their bodies, models of the trains they used are also displayed. Photos show them standing next to their trains, and maps mark where they traveled. It is said that Kim Jong-il was afraid of flying, which is why he started traveling by train. In 2001, Kim Jong-il traveled to Moscow by train, a distance of about 20,000 kilometers, which took him nearly a month. Perhaps no one would have known about this secret train if it weren't for a Russian official, Konstantin Pilakovsky, who traveled with him and later wrote a book detailing the train's services and features. Before this book, no one knew what North Korea's royal train looked like from the inside. He claimed he was offered luxurious service on board, including live lobsters and special wine imported from France. Because of this tradition, the Kim family has always traveled by train on traditional trips. In 2004, Kim Jong Il's train passed through the Tongchang station, located on the North Korea-China border. After his train passed, there was a massive explosion at the station. It was found that an oil cargo train had caught fire due to a short circuit, but the Kim family believed this was a failed assassination attempt. Since that day, security around their trains has been heightened.
In 2009, Russian photographers were prohibited from taking pictures of the train, even when it was on Russian territory. The route passed through Siberia, a sparsely populated area, yet when the train approached a village, the electricity to the entire village was cut off. Talking about Kim Jong-un's enemies, he faces threats from the US and the CIA, but the biggest threat is from his own people in North Korea. Here, people are severely punished for even the smallest offenses. Many are sent to hard labor camps just because they didn't cut their hair like Kim Jong-un or were found with a Bible. That's why the local population is considered his greatest enemy. Even if they appear to support him, it's only out of fear. On multiple occasions, Kim Jong-un has been seen with his lookalikes, such as during a missile launch event. These lookalikes appear at special events to confuse potential shooters about who the real Kim is. Experts believe another reason for his train travels is to show the people that he travels in simplicity compared to the US President's Air Force One. But in reality, North Koreans don't know everything about this train that you're seeing in this video because social media does not exist in North Korea. Only a few top officials have access to free internet. In reality, Kim Jong-un lives a very lavish lifestyle. According to 2020 satellite images, he owns many mansions with private railway stations, and the moving fortress has been seen parked there. These luxury resorts include several villas, a private beach, a shooting range, a basketball court, and even a covered garage for parking. There's another reason why Kim Jong-un feels so unsafe. North Korea has had a dictatorship for decades, and the Kim family has ruled for generations. Now the issue is that Kim Jong-un is the last heir to the throne. He has no son to inherit his position. Kim knows very well that his position is weak. There are many elites in North Korea who could take over after him, but then the rule would no longer remain within the Kim family. Although Kim Jong-un has a sister who might try to take power, Kim believes that if anything happens to him, the military will easily replace him with someone else. We hope you will like and share this video from Discover TV just as much. Thank you so much for your kind comments. See you in the next amazing video.